We're supposed to be going to a fashion show, but we thought we'd just pop in here. This is fun.
It says spring, doesn't it? Yellow and blue.
Are you ready for this? It's been a long time. What is that?
A mask?
Oh my goodness. Is that a mask?
I think so. It's a mask.
Looks like it's out of leather, right?
Look at there's a hat though.
This once there's a lot of rings here.
Oh
and the jewelry section's almost empty now.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Look at this flower dress, or flower ring.
It's
That's
gorgeous.
kind of pretty, isn't it? That's really pretty. I might need that in my life.
It's pretty, right? Yeah.
Made in Thailand.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, that is quite pretty.
100% cotton, yeah.
Is it my color?
Not sure. It's gorgeous though.
The big buckle.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Terrible. It's got a little tie at the back.
I like the color.
It is pretty. I like the nice material. It's kind of cute, isn't it? $4.
I love the layering.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going in the cart. What's the material on that, Heather? That's really wild.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so soft.
It's good or if it's...
Huh.
Oh, is it inside out? It actually might be inside out. I don't know.
Yeah. It's so silky, eh?
What's that?
It's a silky feel to it.
Is.
And there's no label whatsoever. It's intriguing.
I was looking for this kind of a color
Yeah.
and this kind of sleeve to layer under things. This part is cute too, but I just really put it under something.
Alright, so we have some really pretty dresses out here.
I'd rather look at the other side.
Yeah. Oh wow, Heather. Love that. Isn't that gorgeous? That's so
Kind
beautiful.
of reminds me of my gunny sack.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What was the tags again? It wasn't yellow.
I don't know, but it's been ripped off.
Huh?
That was ripped off. What does
Yeah.
that mean? It feels like it was paper though.
Yeah. It might have bothered their...
Oh, it's yellow and blue. Would it be good? You could always dye it. Paint it.
I love it. I love it.
Like
Yeah.
if you wanted to take away from the wedding aspect of it.
Yeah. Well, that would be fun to dye, and you could get that gunny sack feel,
Yeah.
right?
I actually really like it.
I love the collar. I
don't
love all
know.
the...
I'm going to double check the seams because sometimes I get tricked. Older anyway.
Yeah, it looks older, right?
Yeah, just the seams.
Yeah.
So it's like $49. So it's
So-
like a $50.
So it's half price today.
So
on yellow
yellow's half
tags,
price?
yeah.
Okay.
So this would be
it's
$25.
like $25.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to get a gem,
Yeah. I love this little thing. Like this one. And I mean, you can always dye them, right? That's
yeah,
what I keep in mind. I don't like the color. Like
that's
big.
intriguing. It does look a little big, but I don't know. Yeah, it is big.
Cute though,
Yeah, for somebody.
for somebody.
Oh, Heather, there's some more here to check
Yeah,
out.
there is.
And these are all
See that?
50% off
I like
today.
that one at the end with the rosettes. Or, I guess they're rosettes.
Wow. Heather. That's beautiful, the one with the rosettes.
This one's a little bit more. It's 24. Wow.
So it'll be $12.
Okay. Casley's.
Okay. 99.
Oh my goodness. It was originally $99. Imagine.
This is like a dream. This section wasn't here for most of last year. And it's back. I love it.
You do.
Yeah. Yeah, it fits you well. The whites, it'd almost be fun to dye this, but
Well, that's what I wonder too, right?
yeah.
Because I don't always wear a lot of white.
What do you find it down here?
$3.
Oh, how cute is that?
And I could paint it if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Take a little bit away from the wedding look.
That just has it just attaches, yeah.
It has a little comb.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How elegant is that?
When I don't have a mirror, but you get the
That's
you get
fun.
the gist.
Yeah. It's fun.
You like it?
I do.
I was thinking, yeah, we could even paint this, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Or we should just leave it cream. I don't know.
No, I'd change it up.
Think, or even maybe dye it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. Fun to add some color to it.
Would, yeah. Definitely.
All right, you've been here for what, 10 minutes and we're already in trouble?
And I haven't even gone to the other side.
Oh, another little one.
That's so cute. This is also Casey. It was marked down to $79. M jacket.
And it's going to be, well, about $9.50.
I don't know Casey. So this one's a little bit. So it just kind of hangs over the shoulder.
Pretty.
And then to show off the wedding dress. It would be cute for a wedding dress, actually. Kind of like the color, and I like the kind of these ruffles. You can kind of change it up.
That's fun. Yeah.
That would be fun.
Is that heavy?
Here. Jessica McClintock. Good old Jessica McClintock.
What's the price on that?
It's yellow, so it's 15. So it'll be half.
7.
50.
Yeah. Isn't that beautiful?
It have to be a tiny size 2 or not.
It looks, yeah, it looks
Very cute.
Yeah.
pretty small, but it's ever cute. Yeah, I love it. Not really stretchy. Oh my gosh, look at this. Wow.
That's just beautiful the way that, all the detail work in that.
I know.
Right?
Isn't that something?
It really is. Imagine upcycling that, Heather.
Hey, did you
Taking
see
off the
back of
bottom.
that one over there?
No.
Funny how sometimes.
Do you see it from a different angle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's really interesting.
quite pretty. This one actually is too. It's funny now I'm looking at the other side.
Gotta go back. Oh, Heather, that's gorgeous.
I think that's the back, but I kind of like the back. I would put that at the front.
I just love that royal blue.
How fun is this? Could you just make it into a, I don't even know what it says, but I know the first name is Madeline.
Oh,
Polyester. So,
green.
I like the way it hangs on the arm. Just the one strap. $3.50.
I love that.
Isn't that cool?
Handmade feel.
Yeah. Not my size.
Small for Olivia to be.
The pink one.
You like that?
Just curious. I don't know if I would like it though. Sometimes the
What's this
feel Romano.
Oh. Feels like it's all wool.
Yeah, is it Angora?
Or all Angora, yeah.
I think it's Angora. That's cool because you can kind of shape it.
It is
I
pink.
don't think so though. I don't think I'm gonna go for this one. That's cute. This is called. It looks like boutique. Kate's Canada. Oh, Kate's, yes. I've heard of that. I'm gonna grab this one too, and then I'll try them on. Maybe. That's kind of cute too, although I think I have something very similar. That's a cute one. Sun and Sand Headwear. Established 1986. It's not all that old, but it is kind of cute. See, what I like to do is kind of go like that. And then I like to tip it up on one side, you know. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a unique look.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Look at this, Heather. We ran out of hangers. We have 1,700 and it didn't get us through.
Don't say the number. To have something to put them on, don't you?
There's another 50.
$24.
So this was on the ground.
Nice too. Oh, here it is. Here, it goes with this. So it's really the jacket that I want to look at. Silhouettes,
Okay.
and it would be on sale.
$12.
$12. This is the back of the jacket.
Nice suede jacket. A little steep. Price. That's for sure. Basic black leather. Oh, you got the
Like that would
tassels.
be pretty.
Yeah.
You know, you think of the beads from Charlie. Some of them on something like this.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just so
That's
fancy.
a good idea.
And they're 75 cents, but they're blue. So they're what, 25% off?
Yeah.
Same with these ones.
Oh.
Look at the colors.
That's
think they're really
gorgeous.
nice
And
colors,
we don't
too.
see those too often,
I
so
like this fancy, right?
that's a great idea though with the jewelry.
Sometimes you can just find such really cool things. Like this has already been done. Look at that. That I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just kind of having it hang around your neck. Or putting it onto beads that are blue. Wow.
Those cute hat boxes. Look.
That's excellent. But
Yeah.
I really don't have the space I find for them.
No. It's hard. But a great way to send a gift, eh? To wrap a gift or do a painting on one, and then send it. Five boxes for $7.
What you got there, Dave?
So, do you want to bring back the mint green of the 80s?
Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, that's even better. I love it. Oh, that's so beautiful. That would be so pretty. What could I make with it? What do you imagine? Locally made.
I love that.
They've made it out of maybe t-shirts or, they've ripped up rags. It's a rag rug, I guess it's
Yeah.
called. It's kind of cool.
It's really nice. Yeah.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yes.
That would be really cool.
What do you
Quilted.
could turn that into?
Oh, something good. A long romantic jacket with puff sleeves. Norma V, made in Canada.
I love the length of it.
I love the length. The feel actually is quite nice too, isn't it?
Yeah. I really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I love the length. It's fun.
Yeah. Does it look like my color? Not really.
No, I think the gray works great with it, and even the
It's
accent.
like an off-white, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that there's so much you can do with that as a style up.
Look good with red, maybe. It's gold and it's sheer. I think it will be really nice. And especially under some things.
It's beautiful.
You could crop it. Just have the top even.
Yeah, I really like this. I think I like this myself.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah,
You like it when it has it on the
I
back
love
too, right?
that. Yeah, let's see. I don't see vests too much like that one.
I think that would look really good on you. And you can put that with jeans, right?
Hey, I got something.
Yeah.
I love it. I just love it.
Do you?
Yeah.
I mean, I have a perfect belt for it. Actually, it is cute.
I think it's just, it screams prairie dress.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And for $25.
Yeah. Big chunky belt. I have that one with the shallow. Looking good. Getting a coffee. Show the haul. Our haul. Hat. Hat. Fascinator. love the netting. How it adds drama.
Oh, I love this.
This is so good on you. You'll have to style it up. I did get this. It's a little bit different. Kind of cool to do for summer.
Yeah.
Like a little bit goth.
Yeah.
That's a swimsuit cover up.
Yeah, this is just striking. Isn't it?
I ended up getting that. I got this because I thought it could be a little patch. And it has all of the yarn that you need.
To make it.
Yeah, and I like that when I see that. And then I did get these little trinkets.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me if you have any other ideas for this one. Even on the end of like a, I don't know, when you have a sweater and you have a little brochure.
Yeah.
One of those passes. I did get this. I just think it's really cute, and you could dye it. It's very soft. A little topper for your anything, even a t-shirt. It makes it look that much better. And then I got these nice earrings. I don't know, there was something about them. They were a little bit, they were $3.50, but they're kind of cool. The right outfit. Something about them. And
Oh, I love this piece.
jacket.
Yeah. I just love vintage.
That one was 15. Norma. I have to look that up. Norma B. I might have seen that before. It's kind of got the double edge, but it's very light. It's almost like you can wear it as a dress. Really. Dress with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And the colors you could add to that for a style up.
Yeah.
I just,
Brooches.
yeah.
Scarves.
This is what I wore to the show.
Love it, Dave.
This was a lot of fun to create, to take a uniform. I love the bag too that we got the bins.
Yeah. No, you look great. Even your ring.
No,
Maybe you need a hat.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I'll have to look.
Hi, everybody. I thought today we could, now that my closet is more organized, that we could play dress up. I already started with Alka. I put this beautiful dress that I got in the bins on her, and then I added some accessories. So I started with this little crochet collar, and it just fastens here. And then, actually, I found these shells in the bin. I can't even believe it, that they're still intact.
Don't they remind you of?
It reminds me of Valentino, what I
Yeah.
saw on the runway. But isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And then these beautiful pearls that were gifted by Charlie. They're just so delicate.
Oh, yeah.
They're actually quite heavy feeling.
And the color.
Yeah.
Love that.
And the little brooch. And then I added this belt. And this shawl kind of went perfectly with it.
Well, everything looks so finely detailed.
Yeah, it does.
Is what you're showing, and
Yes,
to
I see
think
what
that
you mean.
this dress came from the Goodwill bins.
I know.
I know, it's just
And this hat just makes everything. I don't know. I just want to have hats like this, a whole bunch of hats like this, and wear them every day.
you look cozy in your robe there.
Well, I thought I'd wear the pink robe with the big power shoulders. Well, this is how I'm starting out. But we're going to, I've done a couple style ups already, but some I'm just going to go through the closet and see what inspires me. And maybe you can help me, or you can see the process that I go through. And you can give me any suggestions. I've gotten some great suggestions from you guys. One of them was from Sarah, and it was to take that horse scarf that I found in the
Oh,
bins
I love
and
that.
to drape it over a skirt in a Vivian Westwood manner. So I have to find that scarf.
Yeah.
I think it's in my hand wash pile. But what a great idea. Thank you.
Yeah.
You guys have a lot of great ideas. So, yeah, let's get started.
Okay.
So this is the look that was actually, it was inspired by Miu Miu runway show. I was seeing the socks, the knee-high socks, and then the pointy shoes. So I started from there, and then I kind of grabbed this sweater because I really like it. I love the owl on it. It's kind of a more form-fitting sweater. So I wore this dagger-collared vintage blouse underneath, and I like the way that the bottom part kind of hangs, and you know, you can kind of widen it to give you that silhouette, that kind of A-frame silhouette. And then I added this little skirt. I had a different skirt, but it was a bit longer, and I wanted to show off the top of the sock, so I needed a shorter skirt, and I do like this one. And then actually at the last minute I added this tie, and I wanted it kind of hanging underneath, I guess just to kind of elongate the whole look.
Yeah, I love the way that came out.
Thank you. So I have the little barrette that Charlie gifted me, and then I have some jewelry, and I just kind of layered some different pieces, and this little coconut bag to just kind of bring it in with a little crossbody. I would even wear a crossbody purse with this. So
I love all the detail.
thank you. I didn't even put any rings on or my bracelet. I was going to put a bracelet, but anyway, that's okay. And then I thought, well, it'd be kind of fun to add this hat.
Oh.
And I haven't really worn this out yet. But it's, I know it's spring. It's actually snowing here where we live, so this kind of makes sense here.
Yeah, yeah, we're having a snowy April.
I remind myself I love maple syrup.
Yeah.
I have to have the cold if I want maple syrup.
Yeah. Oh, I love
yeah,
that. That's so
is-
unique.
It's different, and it feels good. I like it. I would wear this out, no problem.
Yeah.
Of course, I wear a lot of things out.
Yeah. But it's so much fun to be able to thrift all these pieces
is,
and
and to
upcycle
kind of-
and
Well, I really like the layering. And that's where I get inspired a lot by runway shows and Pinterest and seeing what you guys are doing.
yeah.
You know, so much inspiration. Yeah.
The next thing I'm going to style up is this wedding gown that I just thrifted. I love it. It's so beautiful. It's got this romantic look to it. And I was inspired by actually quite a few runways. And this is going to be inspired by like the Chloe Zimmerman, that kind of aesthetic with the flowing, you know, kind of sheer diaphanous fabrics. So I thought I would start with this as well.
So this is one look.
I love it.
Do you like it?
I do.
Yeah, it was kind of, I was trying to take it away from the wedding look. But I wanted to still keep it romantic looking and not take too much away from that either. So I was kind of taking my inspiration from the runways, and it was a little bit Valentino, a little bit Zimmerman, a little bit Chloe, and I decided to take this wedding dress, and I took the skirt that's underneath the lining, I guess, and I tucked it up. I pinned it actually, and then I let this fall over it, but then I pinned this up as well, just so I could show the skirt that I had underneath this one, just to kind of give it little layers. And I added I wanted to stay away from the pearls, so I kind of went more with the gold, and then I added this shell. And I did add pearls. I shouldn't say I didn't, because this belt is pearls, but it's a little less wedding looking. I thought it was a little more maybe rock and roll looking rather than, wedding looking.
Yeah.
And then just draping in the kind of faux fur over my shoulder, breaking up this. Although I love the look of this. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I kind of liked it with this fur over your shoulder. And I think that's it, my little hat.
Heather, I love what you did with this dress.
Thank
And
you.
it does work.
Yeah.
You know?
I think there's probably some other ways too that will come to me to style this up. You can actually even wear something over the skirt and just have this skirt underneath, you know.
I love the pop of orange in your shoes.
Thanks. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to wear underneath. I think on the runway they were wearing something that was a little bit darker, actually. And I love the idea of you guys sharing your thoughts with me and how you like to style things.
Yeah.
And I'd love to try them.
Yeah, and if you ever do want to send an image in, or 2 or 3 of different style-ups that you're doing, we love to share with
Hi. So we're not in Myrtle Beach.
everybody. No, how can you tell?
I don't know.
This is nuts. Hey?
And it's spring.
Yeah. But I love what you're wearing.
Spring outfit.
Oh, I love that fur.
I sound so sarcastic, don't I?
Yeah, we just thought we'd give you a little taste of what it's like here right now.
Yeah.
It is pretty.
It is actually, and it's good for the trees, right?
Yeah.
It waters the ground and it makes everything green when the summer comes. So, oh well.
And you can hear the Canada geese.
Canada geese, they're probably saying, "What is going on?"
This wasn't in the plan. So I actually just thrifted this in Myrtle Beach, this jacket. Yeah, I love it. And it's wool. So this weather, it's just perfect. I love layering the long versus the long jacket with a longer shirt, or whatever you want to call it. But
Yeah, I do too. It looks really good on you. And you've got a bracelet on.
yeah.
So nice.
I love this bracelet. I really do.
Yeah, it looks great on you. It's very nice.
Anyhow, we're going to bring you somewhere warmer tomorrow.
Yeah.
Coming back from our little thrift experience and the fashion show, we picked this up, and it was $1.50 when, I mean, I just can't believe the price. I think looks like it's from the 80s or 90s, and be able to upcycle this into something you can actually wear every day. We get inspired when you actually can take something and say, could I wear that out today? And that's what we're trying to, when we upcycle things and design items, we're trying to imagine, is that something that's actually functional? Is it comfortable to wear? So this is an image Heather found on Pinterest, and she really likes this hat. It's for sale. It's actually on Etsy for 1940s bar cloth Fascinator. It's interesting. So we're going to kind of take this idea and transform it. So here we go. Got my white, yellow, red, and blue. Starting out, got a big brush here and about a 1/2 inch brush. I think this is a 1 inch or 1.5 inch brush. This big old one here. When you're following another image, it's always a good idea to kind of take the idea, but just kind of go with it. Now they had on that Fascinator I just showed you, they had the flowers on the front of the hat. I'm going to reverse it to the back of the hat. I feel that these would make amazing flowers, and if we maybe used, maybe some of Charlie's little gems that we could actually put in as the centerpiece for each actual flower, that would be a really, really cool idea. So a pretty red flower. I'm going to go with just a little bit of blue on my brush, mix it in with some red, and that's just going to actually make it a little bit more of a rose color. And I'm going to really like that to start with. And I'm going to just see how this will rub in. You don't worry about anything when you're putting this on. Just rub it on very thin. I have a lot of little grooves to get into, so I'm just going to kind of try to slide it into here. I'm not going to worry about if I get the paint on any other part of the fabrics, these fabrics over here, because I'm going to be painting them anyhow. So it doesn't really matter. So you can kind of get messy, and that's kind of the fun part of doing this, is just not being concerned with really anything. The only thing you have to do, is just make sure your paint goes on thin, guys. You work with small amounts of paint, stretch it out, don't goop it on, that's all. When you get heavy amounts of paint on items, it's really difficult to create art, including if you're doing a canvas. It's more for somebody that that's been doing it for an awful long time when you're getting on thick paint. So as long as you're getting it on super thin, you're going to be following the specs, and there are specs to how to put paint on. It's nice to educate yourself when you're learning how to upcycle on some things, but for a lot of it, it's just having fun with it. So as long as you know the basics with painting, this is why it's so wonderful to upcycle with paints, because there's not a lot you need to know. It's very basic rules. You know, you need about $40 to buy the paints, and then that'll last you for hundreds of projects. If you do, you know, small, medium-sized projects. If you're doing bigger projects, like some of the ones I've done, large paintings on leather coats, you might find that you'll go through the paint a little bit quicker, depending on what fabrics you're using too. You can see that I'm using quite a bit of the reds here, just to be able to cover in this material. So I'm going through that a little bit quicker. Some of the materials, just because there's so many layers of material in here, there's probably a yard of material in this bunched up. So that's what I'm doing, is rubbing back and forth until I get it all covered in. So you know how we can always make happy mistakes. I was sliding this across and I was just kind of jiggling away and having fun and putting the red on, the with a little bit of the blue in it, and I ran this right into the paint. So I made a mess of this. So I just wiped all off, the paint all off, and I used a hairdryer to make sure that this wasn't clogged up. But these things happen. It's not a big deal. We're going to be painting it anyhow. So it's kind of nice to show you that, you know, everyone can make a little bit of a mess, and it just doesn't matter. So you're just having fun with it. You see, I'm just using a smaller brush now, and I'm just kind of touching up any areas that I might see that are still white, because this is tedious to do this. It's amazing how much you have to keep going over, but that's how simple I'm doing that to start. And I'm going to start on the next step. So the veil, I'm going to take that, I'm going to do that last. I'm going to do that black. And all I'm going to do is at the very end, I'm just going to lie this down flat onto a clean surface, and I'm going to rub on just a thin layer of the black. And that's how I'm going to do that. But first of all, I'm going to do this piece here. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that. So there's a lighter color. It's kind of a yellow. So white, a little bit of yellow. And sometimes yellows are really a cool yellow. This yellow by itself is considered a cool yellow, meaning that when you mix it with white, it will have a little bit of a reflective quality that will reflect a little bit of a cool color. So I'm just going to start with where I want to start my stripes here. And I'm not really worried about too much about location. I am concerned a little bit about how thick I want to make them. So I'm going to just go ahead and put a stripe down here. See how I go. Maybe I'll have another one over here. Then I have yellow and white in my brush. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take some blue, and I'm going to make a little more blue, and I'm going to make a kind of a bluish green here, teal. And I'm going to actually make a little more of a blue, a little less of a green. Okay, I like to describe colors by whether they're more blue than green. For example, if you're mixing yellow and blue together, well, that would make green. So is it going to be more of a bluish green or a greenish blue? Pretty color combination. So I'm just kind of filling in like this. They had a black rim in this here, and I don't really want to do that. So I'm trying to think of what would be a good color on the outer edge, and I personally think gold would look great. So I'm going to see if I've got a little extra gold, and we can start that. My gold paint is almost empty. Sometimes when you get down to this low, it gets real thick. I don't know if I'm going to have enough, but we're going to see. I think the containers, I'm not sure how much they cost now, but it might be around $10. about the same as the other containers we get for the primary colors. But it's very reasonable for considering how long it lasts, and it's really mandatory to have some gold and silver. At least those two metallics. Copper and bronze are wonderful too when you're getting to really detailed projects with colors and vibrance. But you see how I'm just poking at this, and I'm just kind of switching the colors. I'm not worried if there was already a little color in the edging here, if the gold doesn't cover it. Metallics don't alter colors like you might think they would. If there's a little bit of color on something, it'll show through on metallics. Metallics are very translucent. They're not opaque. But wow, this is going to be fun to see. So I'm going to go all the way around with this, and we're going to, I think the backside, I'm just going to give a coat of maybe a dark color, just to kind of clean it up because I got paint all over it. And I'll paint, I'll probably mix red and blue to make a really dark purple to paint this veil. Just kind of put on a very thin coat. So this is where it gets a little tricky. I'm just going to try to set this up like this. I'm just going to poke at this. I'm going to see how I might get a few different shades on here too, and actually how the purple might be more appealing than a black. I do have black. I can always revert to black paint. I just love dark colors that are made with blue and red. It's amazing how you can just one layer of paint and how you can transform a look.
I finished my patch. I actually sat down and I did it.
Can you believe
It turned out cute.
you just thrifted this, and oh,
Well, that's the thing. When all the materials are right there in the package, it makes it so easy.
yeah,
Sometimes finding the yarns and the threads
yeah.
to go with these cross stitches is part of my challenge anyway.
So what do you think you'll put it on?
I'm not exactly sure. It's kind of stiff. So I think something like it would be kind of cool on the front of a bag.
So we've got a bag here. It's an all leather bag, and I do believe we got it at the bins, one of the bins in the past year. And we do have quite a collection of items that we're still ready to upcycle, but we're definitely ready to do it now. So this piece, it's not bad looking. It's got a long strap on it. I don't really love it. Heather doesn't really love it. And so I'm going to convert the whole bag right now. It has a little bit of a shine to it. So what that means is you want to make sure that possibly you give it a light sand. So I'm just taking this little bit of sandpaper here. I think it's 100, the numbers on it. So it's going to be fine. And I'm just going to rub just gently, just like that. And that's what that's going to do, is it's going to create a little bit of tooth. It's going to create a little bit of bumps on your leather. So that way the paint will adhere better. And we won't worry about it. We won't be concerned with it coming off or when you bend your bag or anything like that. So you can see how easy that is to do. Just a few strokes in each area, just like that. So I'm just going back to a big brush here and making sure my brush is nice and dry. I don't want to have any water in it. Sometimes if I'm going to use a color straight up, I just dip right into the container. Just a small amount. I just kind of knock off to the side of the container. And all I'm going to do is I just want to start out with a blue. Love blue. And I'm just going to rub a very thin layer on this, zigzagging. And after I do that, get it all on, I'm going to give it a light hair dry. When I'm painting over metal buttons on a purse, I go right over with the paint because the paint will not adhere to metal. Okay, it will come off if you scrape it off. It will actually hold on to the metal when it cures after a couple days, but you'll be able to take your fingernail and scrape it off if you really wanted to. What I do is I'll wipe it off after this paint dries. I'll actually just wipe the paint off. It'll come off fairly easily with a fingernail or whatever you want to use to take it off. So I'm just kind of rubbing on a thin layer. Same with on here. I'm not going to worry about going around the edges of this latch here. I'll just take off what I want afterwards. It's easier to do it that way. You can see how quick I'm doing this. I'm zigzagging and getting into every little crevice. That way I've covered all the leather. And then I'll clean up the metal. And maybe what I'll want to do, if I ever want to paint the metal, there is a metal primer that I can put on and let it cure properly. And then I can switch up colors, which is, a wonderful way to be able to do it if you want to change the color depending on how you want it to look. So I went ahead and stuffed the bag at this stage so I could actually bow it out a little bit and just finalize all the details on the second layer, really get the form of the bag a little bit more. So we're just playing with the buttons here.
Yeah.
Some ideas.
That's kind of neat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, and I do like what you picked here. Yeah, I like everything about this. I just think that we don't need to overdo it too much. Sometimes it's simple that
That's
finishes
what I think
it off.
too, because it is very pretty as is.
Yeah.
But I'm almost like the picture though, the one on Etsy. They just had small little beads.
Yeah, I
Maybe
know.
Just some small little beads.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We got a little flower shell. Got a little boot. Got a little button. Look at that. What are we going to do with that? Does that look kind of neat somewhere? I don't know. Maybe.
Ooh.
Look at all the different fruit. Ooh,
I'd
there's all
like-
sorts of fruit.
Yeah. I wish that we had...
The fruit.
Oh, that's intriguing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
And then
And the warm color against the cools.
bananas. And then I think there's another one here. What's that? An apple. The apple.
It kind of
Kind of reminds you of wallpaper, doesn't it?
a little
Or
bit.
something.
Yeah.
I feel like my grandmother had wallpaper like this. I don't know. I think it's good for a different hat with stripes.
Yeah.
It's just the flower. Something about the fruit and the flower. It's like that's kind of cutesy and that's kind of elegant. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I just love that whole abstract look.
Ooh, look at that. That's quite pretty.
Yeah. Oh, the endless possibilities.
Yeah. Would that go in there too?
What do you think, Rusty? Any comments?
I don't know. He says I can't eat it. That one?
So that's
That's
interesting.
kind of neat, isn't it?
Yeah. I like the idea of having one center
What about that?
button.
Okay, that we're gonna put it as a contender. That's kind of neat too.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of ties the black in, and then there's a bit of gold.
Yeah.
That's another one. That's a possibility.
Look at all these.
I know. This is fun. What are you guys doing today? I hope you're playing with buttons. What about that one? I love how sparkly it is.
Oh.
That's kind of good.
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah.
I like the cool in the stones that are accentuating the warmth. I do like that. Yeah, and I like the size, Heather.
Yeah.
It's funny how you just keep playing with it, and then something will connect.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Rusty, are you dreaming? Or are you just... You're sad? Oh. You don't have a button. It looks like it's the middle of a flower, really.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
No, it's so simple.
Yeah.
But it all goes together.
Yeah. I actually like that.
Huh.
Something about the texture of it.
Yeah. This is fun.
So we got another
Yeah.
contender.
And there's a few more buttons in here.
There is. This
Like-
one's probably not the right color, is it?
No, I tried that one before, and it's not bad. But hey, look at this.
Oh my goodness. Look at the size of that button.
It stands
It's
out.
so pretty.
Yeah, it's so
Oh,
pretty.
that stands out on it.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
That's its own
Wow.
its own story.
That's its own hat.
Yeah. Build a hat
Oh
around
my
a
gosh,
button.
look at that one.
Wow.
It's huge. I love it.
Huh.
No, that's not bad either.
Yeah, that's not bad
I
either.
guess it's very similar to this one, so
Yeah. So we found these. These are glass beads, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, they feel like glass beads. And found that. So imagine lining and separating up in between the lines with this and putting the strands on, gluing them down.
How pretty would that be?
Yeah,
And it would just catch in the light.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
but they're the same color.
yeah. That would be amazing. That
I
just
think it's going to be really pretty.
a little bit of detail. Yeah.
Very excited.
Heather and I found this Pucci bag online. We thought that this was a really nice look to be able to create on the bag that we have. And this blue paint had been drying for overnight, 2 coats. So and I scraped off with just a knife the paint off of the gold there. I got most of it off. Right now I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I'm going to like the look when it's done, that color with it. So I might actually enhance it with something else. But we'll figure that out as we go along. Alright, once again starting with my primary colors and some white. I'm just got about some 1/2-inch brushes here. I got a little bit of paper towel if I have to wipe off my brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start with just pick one color that really stands out to me that I really like in this image I'm about to create. So I'm going to just take a little bit of blue, white and yellow, and add a little more blue into it. When you start working with small amounts of paint, you'll find you can get your colors a little more accurate. And so I'm kind of liking this color here. And remember, when you're creating your own image, even though it's a Pucci bag that you might see online or whatever it is, you're not worried about, not concerned with trying to reproduce. You want to get away from that. And for various reasons, because it's amazing what you can do yourself. It's just an idea. And I'm going to just, there's a little bit of a bump there. I'm not going to worry about that too much. See, I might even get a curve into this bag where it actually ripples, and I might actually leave it like that rather than straightening the edges. Remember, it's just paint. You can go over this and change it. If you don't like what you end up doing, you can always alter it. It's amazing though when you finish something, how it starts and it ends up. This is a $1,000 bag, the Pucci bag. We thrifted this bag. I don't know how much it cost, but it was probably next to nothing. And to be able to save it from the landfill or save it from being incinerated and all the toxins going into the atmosphere, it's kind of a cool opportunity to be able to really have fun. I love colors. It's such a key component to creating art, but I really like this. And I'm going to actually add this form, and I'm going to have it come down, and I'm really just going to change my direction and get a really nice flow going there. I'm going to keep the background here the real deep blue, but I think I want to just lighten it a little bit. So I'm just doing that. And you get the opportunity to, well, I just might have mixed in a little bit of paint there, but you get the opportunity to straighten things up and adjust things a little bit as you go along. I like to think of adjustments as baby steps. Rather than starting and finishing one thing at a time, to be able to just kind of keep your whole image balanced. Do a little bit here, a little bit there, then go back to everything, look at it as a whole, and then decide what you want to change. And process of elimination. When you're creating art, if you just look at, as you're looking at the whole image, if you just look at one area that you don't like, and you just go ahead and do a little adjustment on that, and then leave it. And then go to another area that you might not really appeal to you, and you want to change it a little. And then go ahead and do that. And don't really judge it after you do it. Just do it, and then move on. And really, as quick as you can. You'll find that if you do that, it's amazing how you'll get these very quick changes in your artwork. And, you know, it'll hopefully inspire you to realize that anyone can do this. You know, when I truly mean that, when I say anyone can do this, it's just understanding some basic steps to color, form, and movement. And that's what we're doing here. You don't have to have a smooth brush stroke in order to be able to create art. You don't need to have a really expensive brush to create art. You just have to have that desire to want to try.
I love this. This is so cool. Like, talk about taking this from a brown purse and making it completely different.
It's fun, eh?
Yeah. Imagine all those people that passed it up at the bins if they saw it now. What would they say?
Yeah.
This is so cool.